So I'm Robin Davis, and I'm here to talk about the connection between humans and nature. So, not just animals and not just horses, which is kind of my forte, and I've been around horses for a long time, but the connectivity between humans and plants and insects and animals, both domestic and wild. And as I journey through this process, I look forward to you journeying with me, and that we explore and discover and learn from each other what it means to be in right relationship with life. It really is about a relationship with life and a relationship with all of creation, both the seen and the unseen, and beings from all different realms. So I really look forward to exploring some of these ideas, and I want to just start by discussing the little rusty patch bumblebee that is right over here, really asking to be seen right now. And so I'm going to see if I can get this little guy in my... And off he flew. There you are. This little guy right here, or girl, to be honest, I don't know how to tell the difference if it's a male or female, but this was the very first bumblebee that was put on the endangered species list. And it makes me so happy to see that it's come over here to enjoy the allium flower that I planted from some organic onions that went to sprout. And yeah, I just find, off it flew, I just find these little beings like that have so much to teach us in so many different ways. If we just pause and listen. Since that particular bumblebee was put on the endangered species list first, whenever I see them, it just makes my heart sing. And I just love that little rusty patch, the stripe that's down the middle of its abdomen. Whenever I see them, they bring me joy. And I think that that's what they're here to do, besides being pollinators. But they're here to bring us joy and to teach us to embrace life from the perspective of noticing every flower that is put in front of us and embracing every moment, because that's all we really have is every moment. And to not be afraid to zip from flower to flower, and to be vulnerable, because they're itty-bitty little things, really, and they just buzz around, and there's birds all around here that could decide to make a meal of them, or a car window could make a splatter of them, and they just continue to do the things that are important: finding food, finding mates, making babies, pollinating the flowers from one flower to the next, and bringing joy with their little buzz. There actually is some scientific studies about the healing process of watching bees as they flit from flower to flower, and I can say that when I sit in the garden and watch a bee flit from flower to flower, it really is very healing and very special, a very special time for me to be able to observe that activity and really be made a part of the renewal of life as they're spreading that pollen from one flower to another, as well as their own feeding. They're eating in order to be able to live, and then some of them will take some of those flowers back to their where they've laid their little eggs, and pack those into a little place where new life will begin. So, anyway, that is what we're here to do. So, thanks for journeying with me today, and thank you for showing up, little Rusty Patch Bumblebee. I love you. You guys have a great day. Bye.